that move where we were discussing what to play. I'm sure he's winning anyway. In this position, no, it was in this position. Oh, now I see. Because I thought this was a good move, but it looks like there's a trick here. This one. Knight to e5. E3, the Indians actually think that castle, at first anyway, that castle was the best move here. Still, wild action as he sees knight d2, knight on c6. Bishop to e2, now knight takes on e5. And the game changes character dramatically with this move. And of course, no question about it. Castle, knight takes on d2. As he is now playing the move f6. Bishop g3, e5. Egregious error. Of course, he won't forgive himself. Critical error into c6. Now c4, move bishop e6, and only after, well, why go for that position? We should point out that this particular board does not have any table bases. Sometimes he gets lost in his own thoughts. I mean, b6. Looks like the first big blunder. a3, c5. It just hurts. At any rate, and that's the end of the story. Queen b3, d4, you don't want to do that. So the modern player lives with engines. The modern player lives with the assessments that engines give, and they are looking at variation on variation on variation many times over. And And now bishop f3, rook c8. Didn't play those precise moves. Bishop to b7. Right, this is like UFC. Was played. Clear advantage. He's got the guts and the fortitude, but he's in the middle of it right now. This is a thick fight. And now bishop f3, rook d8. And he did the attack that we were talking about. No, you can't play bishop e2. Queen to e5. Very, very difficult to calculate from afar. What? This is irrelevant. Keep fighting. Show that you're a true warrior. And crazy game. That's a fine point. The queen's on f3, d3, and the computer preparation and playing so quickly. You see how focused he is. We see here he's not going to let this game loose. Queen takes b2. a4, queen b3, accelerating the complications in the game. Queen d1, simply just taking on c4. Yeah. Just taking on c4. Check, just taking on c4. Don't even bother playing anymore. Queen to d8, check. That's a real calculation, by the way. And after the move h3, which was played, after rook to e1, king g6, by the way, and start to get more pieces into the game. Queen d3, check. Queen back to e3, queen d7. These are moves that this guy would find in his sleep. Queen b3 with check, king g6. Wow. And without a doubt, like indubitably. Queen d4. Suddenly, rook to g3 is going to be merciless checks. King f5. And then he's just dominating the game. Queen then went to f3 with check, king to e6. And now the potential maybe for the engines are saying only a smidgen better. He took on g7, check. King h2, madness. Why'd he play this quiet move? Queen to e5, check. Trying to survive this position, which it looks like he should not. g3, now c4. Black just has to be a little bit careful. Rook a2, now the move b5. The game is wild open already. So this is definitely a plus, I think. So he's got to go back and feel a little bit ill at ease. Rook takes on e5. b3. But queen takes b3. h5. And the engines like to move h4, f5. Notice this move, rook to c6, check. The correct move is supposed to be king g7. Rook to c8. And only after